Hello, my friends. It is day 122 and we're reading Psalm 133. But before we get into our recap, I want to thank you for taking a moment to check out this video. Hopefully you're finding the yearly Bible reading program to be helpful and beneficial to your spiritual walk with Christ. If you have not yet accepted the invitation, please check out the description box below. And there you will find the link that will take you directly to the YouVersion Bible app, where you can join a number of people reading the Bible every single day and leaving comments on what they're learning within the app. So we love to have you a part of our study and our community, and we know you'll be blessed as much as we are blessed by your interaction. So today we're reading just 3 verses. It's quite interesting how this plan gives us a few days to catch up or read ahead. So if you are one of the individuals who are behind in the yearly Bible reading program, I would encourage you to use this day to catch up, because literally there's only 3 verses in the reading for today. So we have a bit of a gift for all of those who are behind, but very good chapter. We read Psalm 133, and it is again a song of ascent. It is one of those songs that you read as you're coming out of exile and going back to Jerusalem, or you may read this psalm as you're going to the temple. And I think that this psalm, because it was written by David, would have been more useful and appropriate, even though applicable to other scenarios. It was probably intended to be written for those who are going to the temple. And we understand this because, again, it was written by David, and we understand the love that David has for the temple and the presence of God. So in this psalm, he says that the whole point of the psalm is that there is a value in unity and brotherhood. Verse 1, he says, how wonderful and pleasant it is when brothers live together in harmony. So this word harmony comes up quite a few times, but it's about this connection that individuals have. And then he begins to explain what it's like. And he uses 2 different things to compare what harmony is and what the value that it brings. It's in verse 2 that he says it's like the anointing oil. And anointing oil, or just oil in general, was used for various reasons. It was used at royal banquets, where a person would come in and they were literally, maybe in instances there were in the ancient world where they soaked the head of a person as they came in from traveling. And what that would do is it would obviously create a sort of a sheen upon the person's head, a shine or a countenance of glow that one would walk around if they had this oil applied to them. Because similar to what we might see with Vaseline. If you see someone's face, you remember when we were children, we would have Vaseline applied to our face, and you can tell it because our faces would shine. We look highly moisturized. It had a few benefits, obviously, for the skin, as it would back then. If you're walking around in the burning sun, it would keep your skin rather protected and smooth, and you wouldn't be tanned by the sun. Another thing it would do is it would create a fragrance that was so strong that it would obviously be smelt rather upon the person wearing it, but it would also scent up the room. And so he's using this oil, which had practical purposes, but then he makes an allusion, or maybe I should say even a reference to the kind of oil that is placed on Aaron's head, which Aaron is symbolizing the anointed and called position of a priest, or maybe in this instance, the high priest, if you will. And that is what was done to individuals who were called or elected. And so he wants us to see the value of this oil. It's not just any oil, but this oil that has significant relevance in the ancient world, and then a obviously ritual purpose, as he references it to the one that, or the kind that falls on Aaron's head. And then he says that harmony is as refreshing. So it's precious, but then it's also refreshing as the dew from Mount Hermon. And Mount Hermon was known to have these streams that would flow out of Hermon. And it would obviously flow into Zion. He says, you understanding the flow of water that comes out of Hermon, you would know the value of this. This is how precious harmony is. And so when you look at this passage, here's a man that loves the temple. He loves the people of God. He understands primarily as a king, the importance of unity and harmony, because this is what happens whenever God is in control and he is at the center of the nation. There is togetherness, there's peace, there's harmony. There's no division, there's no Judah and Israel. Could you imagine now why we're reading this? Here he is now just being appointed king over Judah and Israel. He's showing that there's a value to them being together under one king, under one ruler. And he's writing a psalm to reflect that. So there's such significance to this other than just unity, but is sort of a natural unity that is a result of a pure theocracy where God is at the center and people are operating in the sort of unity that reflects the king that is governing them. So a lot to pick up there. Powerful 3 verses, but I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. So please leave a comment in the comment box below. Let me know what you're thinking, what your thoughts are, and I believe we'll all be blessed by it. Until next time, thank you for watching. Take care. God bless, and remember, live by the word.